Little Smoky River, you've been good to me. From every fallen timber, be a strong standing tree.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Dusty Tucker. I have not been with you guys for a while. I was sick for, I want to say, at least 3.5 weeks. I had bronchitis, and then that went away, and then I guess I got COVID or whatever. But I'm fully recovered now, and I'm finally getting the strength back and everything to start doing stuff again, which I'm really missing because I was out for quite some time. And I was actually sick for most of it. So I was sick for basically a whole month. Like, I pretty much lost my fall. All my fall camping that I like to do, my chicken hunting, without the snow on the ground and stuff. I missed that entire section of the year because I was sick. And it's just freaking ridiculous. Anyway, that's all done now. And then I did some stuff. The engine is gone. The engine and gear shifter and transmission out of my International is gone. I took the front clip off and everything. Somebody bought that from Regina in Saskatchewan here. So that's all gone. And I don't know if I'm going to do YouTube videos on the truck because I don't think there'll be enough interest on it. But then again, I don't have a whole lot of interest on my videos to begin with. But I'm just doing this for me, like I said in other videos. This is more so of a hobby of mine. And I got a belt sander for, I'll just come quickly show you that. I got just a tiny, cheap little belt sander from Princess Auto. It was on sale for $60. I'm actually thinking about picking up another one so I can have one set up for wood and one set up for metal. It's super cheap. The belts are just 1x30, and I did a little bit of metal work on it just to test it out, and it actually turned out really good. It's super easy with a belt sander to get a nice clean edge on your knives. Oh man, it's so much easier than a file, I tell you. But I just tested it out. It works really good. You can put not too much pressure on it, but you can put an adequate amount of pressure on it depending on what kind of grit paper you're using. I just had the 80 grit in there right now just to kind of smooth up some of the edges. And I kind of want to do, I usually leave this all black when I make my knives, kind of like this one here. How I left it like mostly black, and I just did a light sanding on the top. But this one's kind of got more of a glimmer to it. It kind of looks really cool. It almost looks like it was made out of like an asteroid material or something with all the pitting and stuff. I really like this style of knives. This is the newest one I've been working on. I gotta heat it up and fix the tang. It's a little crooked and everything, and it's a little bit crooked this way too. Has a little bit of a bend to it. I'll straighten that all out, but I don't have anything set up here for my forge right now. I have my truck parts are all over the place. I got fenders and front clip pieces and pieces all over the place in my little shop here, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. This is basically an update video. There's no serious dedication to one certain thing on this video. I'm gonna be kind of going over everything that has been going on during the time that I was sick and slowly recovering from being sick. Not only was I out for 3 weeks, but it took me like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks to finally start getting my strength back and everything. Like it's almost like I was like chemo or something. I don't know, but it knocked the crap out of me. But it started off just bronchitis, and then it turned to COVID. I took a rapid test when I first got sick, and it came through negative. I didn't have anything, so I said, okay, it's not COVID. So called my doctor and got antibiotics, and then that was 2 weeks later, because you know how us men are. We're stubborn. We don't like to go to the doctors right away. Oh, it'll come out eventually. No, it just wasn't. It just wasn't leaving. So I was getting to the point where I was laying in bed, and I've had enough sleep. I had like a week and a half of just sleep. I was done sleeping. I was okay. This is enough. I need to do something. So I called my doctor, got some antibiotics. Finally started feeling better, like literally the day after I took those. And then just slowly recovering. And then I took another COVID test and it came positive. And I was like, oh, great. Now I got to take another freaking week and some off work. So it was just a dumb situation, we'll just say. So yeah, no, that's what's been happening. As soon as I started feeling better, it's kind of weird how this all came together at the same time, but I started feeling better, and a guy contacted me because I had posted my engine and transmission for quite some time. It's been online for almost a year now, and then finally somebody bit on it, wanted it, so he came, hauled it out. It was kind of a nightmare to do in this little garage, but there was just enough room. Pulled it out, backed up his truck, put it on the back of his truck. He was gone. Gave him a bunch of little pieces here and there, little electric things and whatnot that I'm not going to use, because the frame on this truck, this is the original frame. It is absolutely mint. There is like, I'll come show you guys. Look at this thing. This thing is absolutely stunning. Like, it's just, there is no rust. It is just mint. The guy, this was the guy's last project before he passed away. He was from Glassland, Saskatchewan, and he was well known for restoring these old trucks. And this truck, apparently, there was 5 or 6 other trucks the same year taken apart to make this nice, beautiful truck. And there is like not anything, just a little tiny bit of surface rust, which will come off in 2 swipes of a piece of sandpaper. Like, it's nothing serious whatsoever. Everything else is mint, mint, mint. All the bolts come off. None of their bolts are seized. Like, it was all put together in the last 7 or 8 years. Like, the guy passed away, and then there was a local shop that came and picked it up and bought it from him. Well, after he passed away. I think it was like an estate sale or something. So they got it from him, and then I saw it at the shop. They were going to do something with it, but I kind of hung around and inquired about it a few times, and then they said, okay, yeah, you can have it. So I actually took out a loan for it because I wanted it so bad. And now I've had it for like 5 years, and this is the first major thing that has been done to it. And so I'm actually planning on buying for those who are interested, I'm just going to keep talking, whatever. I'm going to be getting a Dodge Dakota chassis. And I'm going to be putting this, it's kind of, I hate to waste this nice frame though, you know? I could keep this frame and then do the engine transfer and everything, but I just, it's going to be too much fabricating and work, because this box and cab will fit right on that Dakota body with a little bit of slight modifications. It'll be a lot less work than putting all that stuff onto this frame, even though this frame is beautiful. I don't know what to do with it. I almost don't want to sell it. I almost want to keep it as a spare, but I got nowhere to put it, so I might have to sell it. I have a very small garage. Like, I don't have much room, and I do all my bullet casting like literally right here. I do my woodworking and metalworking right here, right by my tools, and then everything is so close. I almost have to like pack this stuff once I'm done with it, put it away, take out my woodworking stuff, and then get it ready. And then I wish I had a double car garage or just a shop, just a straight up shop. Anyway, or somewhere to move this truck. I don't want it to get vandalized or damaged, so I don't want to leave it outside. I kind of want to keep it in here after, just finish paying off the loan and everything. Now it's actually mine. The bank doesn't own it, or me. So this is just kind of an update video, so it might not be that interesting to most of you guys. New firearms. This is for the firearm related part of my videos. I did purchase a side-by-side shotgun. It'll be here in the beginning of November, so next month. I'm going to do a video on that as soon as I get it. I have borrowed one from my friend before, from the Saskatoon Muzzleloading Club, and I borrowed it for one of the matches, and it freaking was awesome. Like, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but it's a side-by-side shotgun. It's a more common one that is used in the Cowboy Action Society and everything like that. So some of you can already guess what it is, but go from there. When it comes in, I'll make a short little video on it. And I don't know, I don't want to ruin it, but I want to make it, it's stock right now, and I want to make it slicked up for cowboy action. So I don't know if I'm comfortable enough working on that. Because I've tried it before and I took too much material away from the chamber mouth, and then there was too much room in there for the shotgun shell. It came back and it was punching holes in the actual it was punching a hole through the primer of the shotgun shell, and it was causing some blowback, a little bit of blowback, and then it was really hard to break open because there was extra pressure and the primer was pushed out. And I could have probably took a little bit of material off the firing pins, but I did not want to mess with that. And it was a cheap Spanish shotgun that I bought for like $180 that I just tried to modify for cowboy action, but it had such an old, confusing spring mechanism when you for cocking the hammers, and there was two separate pieces. I tried taking the housing off, and I took the housing off, and it was like, what the hell? There was like two springs running along, and they were like compact with a bunch of other parts. I did not feel safe taking that apart to try to weaken it so it was easier to cock. And I think it was meant for full length. Somebody had cut it down, so it was extra stiff. And I'd always get in trouble at matches because I would always break it, put it on the table, and it would slowly start to close by itself. And I kept getting in trouble because it was supposed to be open, but it kept closing by itself. So I said hell with it, and I just sold it. So now I actually have a good one coming that I can actually shoot, and I know I won't have any issues with it. And it was factory made as a coach gun, so it has I think it's 19 or 20-inch barrels, like they're shorter, and I'm not sure if the chokes are in it. I never asked the guy. I'm not really worried about it. It's pretty much just going to be used for cowboy action, maybe chicken hunting, but I want to modify it so it's easy to load and unload for cowboy action. So I'll probably touch base with you guys with that once I get it. What else is new? Other firearm related stuff. I'm always like selling and buying stuff, so it kind of sucks when I do a video on a firearm and you guys want to see more, but I had sold the firearm since, and it's like, I'm sorry, you guys, like I can't. Like there was somebody that commented on a Schofield to work on to show on some part of it. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'd have to read the comment, but he's like, oh, it'd be awesome if you could show that. I'm like, I told him, I was like, I sold that. I had bills to pay. I really did not want to sell it, but I knew it would be one of the quickest ones to sell because it was so sought after. Like everybody wants it, right? But so the Schofield's gone, you guys. I'm sorry. I might get one again eventually. I wish I didn't have to sell it, but the beginning of COVID times were tough, and I actually, it just sucks. Oh well. But I might go and pick up another one of those belt sanders for wood because I don't want to have to keep changing the belts all the time and then messing with the little tensioner and everything. I think that'd be annoying. If I just bought a second one for woodworking, they're only $60 right now. So I mean, shit, I should almost go down there today and get another one, you know? Like it's tempting because I don't know when the next time they're going to be on sale. And I just tested it. It works really good. Like I showed you guys, it shaved away this material, like all the excess stuff. It's like nice and smooth now, just with the 80 grit, or maybe it was 120. I can't remember. But it was going into it really nicely, and it's actually a really decent quality, and it's pretty quiet too. So I'm not complaining at all. I almost want to get another one. The belts are more expensive at. I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place with this video. It doesn't really have any purpose. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that yes, I'm alive, and yes, I'll still be making videos. But on Princess Auto, the belts are like $7 or something for 3. On Amazon, I found a pack of 30 belts, like variety of grits, for I think it was like $20. And my wife has Prime, so might as well get that, right? Because what, for $7, 7.21, that's only 9 belts. and I can get 30 belts for the same price. I mean, and their ratings are good too. They're nice and strong belts. So why wouldn't I just do that, right? That seems kind of dumb. Anyways, yeah, I'm tempted to pick up another one because it's pretty awesome. They have another one on sale too that has the side bit on it, but I don't know how often I would really use that. I don't know. I kind of just want the belt mechanism for, for making the wood handles round and everything, and then a metal one for shaping and making. See, this is what I did with the file. You can see there's a little dip right here. And when I was working on it with the file, I thought it was good. But then when I actually finished it, put the handle on it, I noticed that. And, you know what? It still works. And it's only my third knife that I made. So this one I think is my fifth or sixth. Can't quite remember which one this one is. But it's up there too. And I'm just slowly learning. I'm not really watching anything like Forged in Fire or any of that stuff. I just kind of self-teach myself all of this stuff and see how it goes. So I'm just ambitious. That's why I'm slowly picking up shop stuff for bladesmithing and whatnot. And here's another project that I was kind of working on. This is really rough. Basically, I only have a railroad track for an anvil, so I can only really work on one space of it, and that's because it kind of tapers on the ends. So I can only lay it flat along the track and pound it that way. It's not like, it's really awkward to work on, kind of, to get it straight. So I kind of just have a rough shape of what I want to do here. And one thing I'd really like to purchase is a bandsaw that cuts metal, but I know those are quite expensive, but it would be pretty sweet. It would save me a lot of time because all I'm using right now is my air tool, my air cutoff wheel, and it takes quite a while to cut through with that, especially with a low capacity air tank that I have. I think it's only 80 gallons or something. 20 gallon. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, the keep up is not enough on that one. So I don't know, I don't know if I want to do truck parts on my YouTube yet. I just don't want to lose any of you guys. If I'm boring the crap out of you guys, I apologize, but I'm just trying to figure out, I'm still in the figuring out stage of my channel, what people are interested in, truck stuff, knife stuff, gun stuff, reloading stuff, whatever else, the bushcrafting stuff. I have so many hobbies. I'm just kind of intertwining everything into my channel, and I'm trying to figure out what a lot of people like. My reloading stuff, I noticed there's quite a bit. I have a reloading brass hull shotgun video that I made a few years back, and I got a lot of flack on it because I was kind of at the beginning stages of learning about it. So I probably shouldn't have made a video then, but if I were to remake it now, I would definitely either explain it or just have more knowledge in general about what I was doing and everything like that. I could redo it. Maybe I should. And then some guy was wanting me to do 410 buckshot with black powder, which, I mean, it's pretty easy. I could do that one too. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for videos that you would like to see, let me know in the comments. And I'm pretty sure I showed you guys my other knives too. There might be a video. This is my little, I know that's kind of a weird looking sheath, but I'm not a leather worker. I don't have any leather stuff, and my friend was away at the time, and I really wanted to make a sheath for this, so I just kind of improvised. This is basically, you just tie this to your belt, and it comes out sideways, so you would wear it vertically. I just have to show you guys, kind of. So you would have it on your belt like this, and you would have it facing forward or facing back like that. Not up like a normal knife. It's supposed to be like this, and then it's stiff enough that, or you could tie it to a pouch. You could tie it to a pouch and have it up here. It's pretty much universal where you could put this. That's the kind of way I made it, was so that you could really figure out where you wanted to put it. Multiple uses. I used it as a patch knife. I used it as a whittling knife. It's kind of a cool, this is probably one of my favorite knives that I made. And I know it looks kind of ugly, but It was made with the best steel that I had, and it was a 1930s chisel. And I just flattened it out, and it's probably I could tell it was the best steel that I worked with, because when I was working with it, there was a lot of like crap coming off of it, and I could just tell it was a higher carbon steel. Like, that's probably one of my favorite blades. This one is nice too. I really like this one. Lots of people don't understand why it's shaped the way it is, but it's like, you roll with it. I don't know. It's like, it's a good carving, or it could be a good skinning knife too. Like, I don't know. I really like it too. I like having pins. They feel more strong to me. I don't like just adhesiving my knives, like just gluing them in, or just using like some kind of whatever, just like some pine tar or something. I just don't feel like that's gonna last forever. Because what if you accidentally drop it and it starts getting really warm, and the adhesive starts to loosen up, and it just kind of comes out, you know? I like pins. That's just my personal preference. All my knives have pins. This is with the dark oak. I got 3 pins on this one. And I just purchased a little bit. It's got kind of a short handle. Like, it comes not quite out to my palm, but I kind of like it. I wasn't quite sure what I was doing with it. But yeah, this is number 4, I think. This is number 4. The 4th knife that I ever made. This one is number 3, which actually turned out to be one of my favorites. It's like my bushcraft / whatever. Could be even a kitchen knife, whatever you want it. And then there was this one. So I'm still under 10, including this guy that I've just started to kind of tune up a little bit. I have to put him back in the heat and straighten him out, but this is still under 10. So I think I'm doing okay. Not as good as other people do, but they've been doing it for a lot longer, sort of thing. Anyway, just kind of blabbering on about nothing. What else is new? What have you guys missed? I don't think there is anything else. I think you guys are pretty much caught up with everything that's been going on. Yeah. Well, until next time. I know this was kind of just a chatterbox video, catch-up video, but pretty much just to show you guys that I'm still alive, still going to be making videos, even though it was only like, a month, just less than a month or whatever. But yeah, well, we'll see you next time. Dust Ducker signing out.